What's going on YouTube? Trucking in life here. One more time. Guys, anyway. In this video right here, guys, I'm going to show you guys some stuff on the back of the tractor. If you're owner-operator, guys, these are things you want to keep your eye and ears on. One thing you want to keep your eye on, guys, is the dog bone right here. See that dog bone? I guess they call it a sway bar position or something. I don't know the real name for it, but we call it dog bone. You want to keep an eye on the bushing inside of there. See it? That bush start going, this thing start falling. It's like the bushes on your leaf spring, like I said in the last video. Keep an eye on this one, and there's one on that side right there. They go bad, it's only 2 bolts on this side, 2 bolts on that side. Get the dog bone and switch it out. Because what'll happen is when that thing go bad, when you hit a bump or something like that, your truck jump to the side, this thing kind of levels it out. It keeps them from jumping to the side like that. And there's one more on the front, I'm gonna show you. This one going to this side, the one on the front going to the other side. I'll show you guys that in a minute. Like I got a sliding fifth wheel. Make sure these locking pins is in on the sliding fifth wheel. So if you try to slide it, you forget to lock these pins again. Let's just say you try to drive off or hit the brakes or something, but you got a trailer hooked up to this and it's not locked, it'd be issues. But anyway, that's added value to the video, guys. Just keep an eye on that. All trucks don't have sliding fifth wheels. Some just stationary. This one, it slides. So make sure that button is always pushed in and make sure these are always locked. But anyway, right here, see the dog bone? See this going to that side? Now I see my bushing is going a little bit right here. You see it? It ain't gone yet, but it's going. It's starting to crack a little bit, so I'm gonna have to switch that out. So too, I just changed these things probably a couple years ago. So they go out a couple years, 3 years, I don't know how long I did it, but it wasn't that long ago I did it. You know what I'm saying? So that's called the dog bone, guys. Keep an eye out for that. And make sure that that's not like metal on metal or steel on steel, whatever this is. I don't know what kind of material that is, but if that rubber part is gone, swap them out. This stuff we miss, guys. I mean, if you don't know how to look for this stuff, you only know what it's about, you don't know. Or it ain't hard, it ain't a real big issue, as long as you catch it before it starts. Like I say, this thing right here, when you hit bumps, this keeps it from swaying like this. That keeps it from swaying. When you hit a bump, you kind of like this, you keep on going. These things right here keep you stabilized. If they start going, you start bouncing all over the road, man. Now you got a short drive shaft. You got the short drive shaft right here, guys. This goes from the front diff to the rear diff. Now, I've heard different things, cause you gotta look. You gotta right here, from the front transmission to this one right here. I've heard this is the input seal. It sits right behind here. Sometimes you see it like wet right here around. The input seal is gone. That don't mean the drive shaft is gone. But if it's wet all around here from oil, the seal sits right inside of here. And once it starts going bad, the oil starts coming out. Just like it did with a with a wheel seal. It seals the oil inside the diff, and you know that seal start going bad, man. Then you know you got to change it. Some people say it's an output seal. Some people say it's an input seal. I don't know which one it is. It's the input output seal. One of the two. I don't know. I think it's an output because it's going this way, not an input. Or maybe it's an input because it's coming from the transmission. I don't know. You got another input or output seal right here on the other side, on the rear side of the diff, right there. And where the drive shaft comes into this diff right here. You got one coming in the front, one coming in the rear. Now, that same thing will happen. It'll be oil all around here. That means the seal is going bad. So just get the seal changed, guys. That's all. And there's another one back there. Hold on. There's another one right here coming from the same drive shaft up front. See, it's coming from the front diff to the rear diff, and diff is differential, guys. It'll leak right around here. It'll leak right up in here. Right up in there, it'll leak. You know you hear the stories about people with their drive shafts, they lose their drive shafts, guys. I'm gonna show you one more thing back here, guys. And these are some things that if you're owner operator, guys, keep an eye on this stuff so that you'll know what's going on, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, the input seal goes to the front differential. The front differential goes to the rear differential, but it's connected by a drive shaft. Now on this drive shaft, right inside this drive shaft right here, See these little bolts right here? This is the front, guys, a better view than the one. Same thing in the back, same thing up here. This is the yoke right here. And this is our bolt, these are nuts. Two up top. And two at the bottom. A lot of times guys lose their drive shaft too, because the bolts come loose, the drive shaft starts shaking loose, and it comes down. A lot of times, sometimes that happens. So make sure you keep an eye on them bolts. There should be 4 bolts. 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. So when you do your pre-trip, make sure you look up there. And there's another one way up there in the front. I ain't trying to get up under this about a transmission, guys, but I can see it from back here. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it's way up there. Let me see. Nah, I need to pick it up, but it's way up there, guys. The same thing. There's 2 bolts up on the side and 2 bolts on each side, guys. Make sure they're there. I can see them 2 up there. These are basic things you want to keep an eye on, man, especially when losing your drive shaft, guys. And one more main component to losing your drive shaft, it's called the center bearing or the bearing housing. It's right here. Right there. You lose that when the rubber part inside of there. You lose that when the rubber part inside of there starts going bad, guys. When it starts going bad, even coming out the bearing housing or the center bearing, you got the same 2 bolts. 2 bolts up top, 2 bolts at the bottom. It depends on how the drive shaft position. The bolts may be on the side. Make sure all 4 bolts is there. And that center bearing I just showed you guys, I don't know if the camera picked it up because it's kind of dark up under there. It's a rubber piece inside there, like a little S. If that starts cracking real bad, that's holding up the middle of the drive shaft from the transmission to the rear diff. Because it's so long, you got a center bearing in the middle to support it. A lot of guys lose their drive shafts because that center bearing start losing the bushes inside, and guys don't know it. That's why when you get up under there, you start shaking it like this, the whole drive shaft move. A lot of times that center bearing is going bad, guys. If you catch it in time, you won't lose your drive shaft. So, also too, guys, on the last video I mentioned about your differentials, but I didn't mention how often you should get it changed. I'm gonna do it on this one because I figured it'll help somebody out, guys. All right, you got the rear diff, front diff, your transmission. They call that a 3-box. If you want to get all 3 of them changed, call it a 3-box. Especially when you first buy a truck, guys, and you don't know, unless it's brand new, and you don't know who changed, when the last time they changed that, go to your a Speedco or something like that, a dude that specializes in oil changes, and have them do a 3-box. It changes this oil, that oil, and your transmission all at the same time. You're supposed to get it changed like every 250,000 miles. I know on this truck, it's every 250,000 miles, guys. But your truck may be different. Look up the specs on your truck, and then you go from there. But I meant to mention that last time, I forgot to. I had a lot of stuff going on, guys. Please forgive me. But anyway, so I thought this video shed a little light on a lot of guys out here who own operating their guys, and they don't know nothing about their trucks, man. I don't know a lot, but I know when it costs you, you remember. So a lot of stuff I showed you guys, it cost me, so I remember. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully it'll save you guys some trouble and headaches. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I've been holding off on this video for a minute, guys, but I thought I'd share it out. And I really hope it'll help somebody out there, man. Like I say, owner-operator business, man, one-on-one. Nobody showed me this stuff, guys. I had to learn along the way, you know. But anyway, YouTube, hope this video is helpful. Give you a little understanding of what's going on around here. I'll see you guys in the video. Peace.